All right, let's move on to the Monday nighter. We start with Chiefs Bills, and man, both teams coming off losses and both somewhat embarrassing. Chiefs opened up at -3.5. They're now -5. This total opened up at 57.5. There's now 57s and 56.5s. If you look at where the cash is going, it is all over the Chiefs. And the market is showing that 85% cash, 81% tickets. Same with the over. So Chiefs and the over is what is being bet right now. The Chiefs did not look good. I mean, that's a nice way of saying it. Did not look good defensively against the Raiders. Mahomes couldn't get away from the pass rush. The Chiefs' offensive line was completely manhandled. Sammy Watkins is out with a hamstring injury. Osemele tore tendons in both his knees. So you have Osemele, Watkins, and then Hitchens hurt himself in the fourth, his hand. I'll look up to see if he's back in business, but this Chiefs team looked bad, and the Bills team looked even worse against the Tennessee Titans, against a fresh Titans team that had been dealing with COVID. There was a lot of people thinking that a lot of the public thinking that the Bills were going to go in and take care of business. The Sharps were on the Titans, and the Sharps were absolutely right. Now I wonder, are there any Sharps sitting there saying, I want the Bills +5 at home on the Monday nighter? Also, it's 49 Fahrenheit in showers. It's not windy, 7 miles per hour, but Monday we have showers in Buffalo. John Ryan, take it away. Monday nighter, Chiefs, Bills.
Well, I like the Bills in this game. I think with the clunker that happened last week, you can draw a line through that game. They're going to happen. But Buffalo, I think, is hitting Kansas City at the right time. In the majority of Andy Reid's seasons, there is that time period where, for whatever reason, they could be tweaking the offensive scheme a little bit for down the road. But they tend to not play well after a big start like this. He did it with the Philadelphia Eagles. So I think with John Brown coming back is huge for the Buffalo Bills. He didn't play last week, obviously, and you can say that was the excuse why things didn't go so well. But they rely on him a ton, and getting him back for this game is very significant. You mentioned the injuries that Kansas City has. I think their back end of their defense is vulnerable to that long pass, much like I mentioned with the Green Bay Packers. And I think Buffalo comes away with the win here, straight up.
Wow, a straight-up win. Are you going to take the points or the money line?
Well, you guys talk a little bit, and I'll decide that while you're talking.
Wow, very exciting breakdown from John Ryan. Let's go to Big Ragoo. Chiefs, Bills, Monday night.
Yeah, my action's already down on the Chiefs. I got -115, -3. So you know which way I'm going already. But for the most part, are both of these teams coming off an anomaly, defensively speaking, with Buffalo, coming up tough, on the wrong side against Tennessee with that shellacking. The same thing for Kansas City. Did the Raiders expose something that they're going to take to film and then, try to come back at that, this week? But short rest, with Buffalo is probably a big reason that I jumped on it really, really early. And Kansas City, the way they played in that game. Now, I wasn't up on the injury report when I played it, so I just kind of went in on the blind. But I figured that Mahomes had a very subpar, not even a vanilla game in that game. He was just, not himself totally. And, you got to give Buffalo credit for their defense. They are a defensive-minded squad. But I think Kansas City's going to have too much to come at them with. I know past defense-wise, Buffalo had some issues, and I think those issues are going to be their Achilles heels in this game. So, with Mahomes' ability to get out of the pocket and create a lot of opportunities downfield. Even though, Watkins is going to be coming up missing, they just have still too many weapons to deal with. And I think it's a short number, and it's a short number for a reason. I don't think they're going to blow them out, by, double digits, high double digits, but I think they're at least going to be, at least a touchdown better in this spot. So I know I disagree with John here, but I'm not happy about that. But at the same time, I think Mahomes is going to be the better player in this spot. So give me Mahomes laying the points.
Nice job getting the 3. We got to get to this Monday nighter Cardinals Cowboys quickly, John. What did you? Well, you don't need to make a quick decision here either. But do you have a lean a certain way, whether you're going to go for the big score or take the points?
Well, I'd like to break it in half. So 50% of my when I do combination bets, that's what I call them. It's 50% money line, 50% line in this case. Sometimes those percentages will change, but for this purpose, half and half.
And you're going to have a Le'Veon Bell who probably wants to prove something. Good point, Tyler Pruitt. All right, Cardinals, Cowboys. That's up next. And Intex, big Chiefs fan, great guy, great capper. Says manhandled mostly up the middle, nowhere for Mahomes to step up in the pocket running for his life. Mr. Nodal says take Bills first half and Chiefs full game. Interesting look.